Ted Cantu. I've been away for a long time, and obviously, it's it's been a long time since I've done one of these. It's it's kind of a crazy thing. It was a very long summer, but I want to keep it short, and I have a lot of stories to tell you. So I have a whole thing here, notes, right? I'm going to do the whole thing um, as quickly as I can. Behind me is our new logo with the sound waves. So you can kind of see that right there. You remember when you were a kid, you used to have the Light Bright toy? I thought that was the coolest toy in the world. You know, you tell pictures and, you know, with light and sound. And that's kind of what I was thinking about with this new thing, because the whole AI revolution thing is really, really awesome. And of course, there's more options now to be even more visible and more prominent. And that's what the show is going to be really about. So I'm an ex-art director from Chicago, and I used to work in New York City with big things like Coca-Cola, a little record company called Capitol Records, which is really, really cool, and did a lot of things for a lot of companies. Worked for Foot Kona Belding, some of the biggest ad agencies in the world. Now I'm on my own, and I'm helping people do amazing things. Okay, that's my background. All right. Oh, this shirt. This is the Who, right? It's a bootleg shirt. When the Who played here a while back, they did the Quadrophenia tour, and this is a bootleg shirt. And for some reason, whoever did the shirts doesn't know a thing about the Who, and they made it a tie-dye shirt, which is reminiscent of Tommy, which is a psychedelic experience. Quadrophenia is all about mods. And so I got the only one that has Quadrophenia, the mod culture. You see the old scooter back there. And it's a tie-dye, which is really, that's like a one of a kind. So it's kind of a joke, really. Anyway, I just wore it for you. I'm not going to dress up on this episode. I'm just going to, just give you the straight thing. Okay, so this summer, we had some major, major heights. Didn't expect this to happen, but we got involved with the med spa space. And it was funny because for Hot Metro Finds, it's a company I created. We are actually giving away free web pages for businesses. And we tried something new this year. We actually let people take their domain names and they could transfer them to us because for some reason they didn't want to pay $20 a month for hosting. If you're a serious business, I mean, this is a drop in the bucket, really. This is part of the, this is part of the journey. The other thing was they didn't want to pay for an SSL certificate, which is about $300 for the full year. And I actually pay those things because it's, just part of the experience of being online. We made a learning experience, if you will, of letting people put their domain names connected to us. And we take full, we take full care of that. And that turned out to be really a nightmare for us. And we're probably not going to do that again for businesses. But without getting too negative, I got a few more things to say about this. And I really got to say that when it comes to med spa spaces and alternative healthcare, it's really it's an interesting landscape because a lot of these businesses don't realize that optimizing your site's one thing, but you also need to understand that when you do that, you need to check your browser and make sure it's set to your city because you may not show up. And that was a big, big hurdle for some people. They just didn't understand that you need to do that. So, in other words, you can't have your browser set to Atlanta, Georgia, and expect to show up in St. Clair Shores. There were some things there. I also had a business owner screaming at me. She says, "Facts, facts, facts. You know, we're not showing up. Facts." You know, she got really ghetto with me, and we were like, "Get out of here!" Little joke there, folks. Don't get crazy on me. And what happened was, oh my goodness, you gotta make sure your browser is set to your locale, and then we'll show up. The other thing was, I was criticized for not, letting these people show up for the term SCS. That was never uh, mentioned until the last conversation. That's a thing. I'm sorry, I don't live in St. Clair Shores. So SCS, if I lived there, which I don't, then I would know. I'd be one of the cool people that knew SCS means St. Clair Shores, baby. I need the info. Okay, so before you attack me, I need the info. But you weren't going to do that for me. So God knows she's trashing my name right now, but I need to know these things before we start. And the other thing too is that when I got the information to get this stuff together, it came like a ransom note. I get like text messages. I never got a chance to really ask them what these services are all about. I had to do my own research. And thank God I did that because I saved the pages that ranked. I gave them their website back, and they're not on my server anymore. But I had to save the pages because they're ranked. I mean, that's what they are. So now there's an online guide for, it's called the Reinvigorate Guide to, med spas, and it's all the terminology, it's all the research, it's all the, everything about the semaglutide shots and vitamin B shots and what they're good for, what they actually do for people, the benefits. So I kept it. I just rebranded it, but I'm not going to let people do that to us because it's very ridiculous. So while I'm on the subject, we have a the good news is that I have a web template now for med spas that actually ranks really well. So all I can do is really put your name on it, and a phone number on it. And we turn it on, it's yours, and we can host it for you if you like. So what else? Oh my goodness. All right. So I was condemned to I don't know, speculation and debate because the website was too wordy. See, that's not a bad thing. When you describe your services to people, I had a 3-step process. It was basically, what is it? What does it do? What are the benefits? That's it, right? For every category. And you should do that so people are educated and you get the right kind of clients that need to buy from you. They don't want to do that. They want to focus on these little 2 sentences for every description and basically this big, welcome message that says, we care about our clients. We love you. We treat you like family. Which is what home improvement companies do. They don't actually explain anything. So we had some road bumps, and it was not a good thing. There's also there's no such thing as a program called Designy. You push a button, it's all designy. It's all artsy, designy. No such thing. Photoshop, yeah, there's no button on that. And also, there's no such thing as modern for a template, except if you go to Uh, GoDaddy has one, and it's incredibly clumsy to operate. And it's very ugly. So when you use these lofty terms like designy, wordsy, you know, uh, modern, um, it doesn't make any sense. But if you also take the time to pick out a template that you like, we do our best to make it look artistically, what you're looking for. Um, Sometimes I'm going to really got to emphasize this. I think some of our clients should be drug tested. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that it should be a logical thing because we let some lunatics in the door this summer, and it was really bizarre. Uh, so let me just talk to you a little bit about this. This is really weird. We had this um, request. It was supposed to be involving the great Flavor Flav. All right, so he was supposed to come to host some event, and I'm not calling anybody a liar, but I would really like pictures of the event if this thing even happened, because I have no photographic proof that it even occurred. Number one. Two, it's not on the web anywhere. I've looked. The last thing about Michigan that had Flavor Flav in it was from 2023. And he came here for a Halloween special party or something. I don't know. I don't get it. But he was here supposedly for like 2,000 people or something. There's no recollection of that. But here's the thing. If such a thing occurred, take pictures of it, make digital media out of it, and make sure you get it sent to a place that has PR8. Google, yes. YouTube, yes. Basically any social media platform. Facebook too. Didn't see any of that. So, I would have liked to have been invited so I could make some videos out of it. This is how you build links back to your site. The other thing, these people didn't buy a PR package from me. They didn't buy an SEO package. I gave them free stuff. I just want to say that. And there's no guarantee you're going to get any business out of that. You got to build community. And they were not against, they were like, they don't want to build community. And we want to do an offline program where we actually have printed material with QR codes placed in strategic places to build an actual physical audience. $30 a week on print. They don't want to do it. Now you got to wonder what kind of business this is. And we learned too, maybe we were just too good to people, too kind. We felt sorry for them. I'm not running a digital soup kitchen, all right? So I just want to make sure you know where I'm coming from. Another thing, don't call my office and scream facts, 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 and not let me talk. That's ridiculous. We're here to help. I'm not running some insane lunatic asylum. Now, Google did call me 2 times, which is kind of freaky because I was starting to ranking different types of, categories for terazipatide shots, semaglutide shots, vitamin B shots, weight loss shots, IV drip, and I was getting them ranked pretty quick. And Google actually called me to see what was going on. It was really, really weird. And I didn't take the call. They want you to buy ads at the end of the day. They definitely do. That's their thing. And I don't blame them, I guess. I mean, I don't know. They took away Google Plus, which I think was a big mistake for local business owners because it worked only too well. But here's the cool part. When you build a page with us, you're going to get a long string of code that you can put and link back to us. Yeah, very keyword heavy. The cool part about that is your pages and stuff will rank. And if you got a website someplace else, and I suggest you do that, because you can have multiple ones. Wix is, people do it. WordPress, I guess that's still a thing. It helps build trust, builds links, and you can actually be in more places at once. You really should be focusing on building community. What I tell people to do is get 3 of your best lead sources, and I will do due diligence, and I will connect you to people who are looking for you. The cool thing is that when you put these things together in our special system, they may not be looking for you specifically, but your business will actually show up side by side. And we also have a map program, which is really cool too, because it takes you out of the competition of competing online with your own industry. Crabs in a bucket. You don't want that. You want to stand out. We can help you do that. This is something, a brand new thing. This is what the agencies still aren't doing. I took a ride through Royal Oak about a week ago, and I was really surprised at how many ad agencies are just, they're gone. I mean, they're gone. They're not even like around anymore. And it was kind of a strange experience. My goodness. And when we help you do stuff, don't steal our fave icon thing and put it on your site. It's so tasteless. These are some of the things that happened to us over the summer. And taking full credit for the work that we do for you. No. Yeah, and if you're flatlining and you call us, we help you out, and he's trying to take full credit for what we do for you. That's not going to fly well. And I actually think a lot of our people should be drug tested that we bring in. And I got to be really more careful. But I mean, my God, you should hear these phone calls that came in. You know, that was unbelievable. So, the best thing about building your own website, you can make your own changes. You should have one to do that. If you're going to do a website with changes every day, but you don't want to pay us to do it, and then you want to make all these commands and demands and stuff, then by all means, get a website where you have full control where you can do that. GoDaddy does that to some extent. I know Wix does that too. But we're not going to babysit a site. And if you're not going to pay us to do that, I mean, that makes no sense for us. Also have static pages that explain what you do, explain your services. Those should stay up all the time and should never have to change those. Just leave them where they're at. I think that's basically it. I don't mean to be a rant session, but I think business owners need to understand now that they actually have more power now than what they used to have. It's a very interesting political time. And if you notice, there's no more SEO books at Barnes and Noble, no magazines that used to come in. They used to get this great stuff in the UK. I mean, I think it's basically, there was Web magazine. There was a Web Designer, which is a really, really good one. I used to like to read that. I don't see those anymore. And I think basically it's kind of ran its course. You know, the web now is looking for more content. With AI, it's incredible. And even that is tricky because you can write stuff and it's not going to get published because it's too, I don't know, too common. You got to go back into your writing and make it more human friendly. Ghostwriting, copywriting is so important. Make sure you understand the basics before you really dive in and give it a big to-do. These are some growing pains, and these are also some learning lessons. And if you want to talk about this a little more deeper, by all means, call us directly at 248-277-6141. And you always email me if you need to at tedcantu@gmail.com. And that's basically it for now. So we look forward to that. And it is Black Friday. It's coming up. We're doing some really cool things. We're building a huge mind, body, spirit directory. It's free. And if you want to get in that space, we're going to help you market your business on a local level. And that is where we are at. So I want to thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you like the new logo. It's pretty cool. The new business cards are coming out. And that's it. So thank you for joining me. And I wish you well and be prosperous and enjoy these crazy days, because this kind of thing hasn't happened in about 20 years. The last big movement we had was the .com movement, which wasn't much of a movement. The web wasn't even real. Today it is. You got something to say, it's unique and it's special. You can actually get in front of a lot of people. And that takes some due diligence and some prep, you know. Anyway, thanks for joining again. All right, Ted Cantu. Until next time, I'll see you online.